Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. And today's video, I want to give you guys a little bit of a disclaimer, something I'm seeing in the trading community, also a lot of leads and inquiries about working with me here at SoCal Trading Group. I'm running into a lot of individuals that want to jump into trading, but they're treating it as like their escape plan, you know? They want to quit their jobs. Hey, I want to trade full time, I'm going to go all in. They want to sell their property. Hey, Jerry, I'm going to sell my car. I'm going to have an extra $4,000. I want to start trading. Or, hey, Jerry, I'm thinking about pulling out this loan to get started with trading. And this is a huge problem. I've only heard horror stories about this. I've never really seen it in person until I started teaching and offering my services online. So with that being said, this video is to tell you guys the truth about trading. Trading is a vehicle where you can take extra income, right? Not income that you're selling your property for, that you're maybe getting from a lawsuit, maybe getting from, I guess you can say, the banks and loans, pulling from your savings. This is all an extra use of your active disposable income. So that's why I made the personal finance video. I know a lot of people have the attention span of goldfish nowadays. That video is probably the most valuable piece of content you'll ever see in your 20s. It's the truth. That's what you need to understand how to approach starting your first business, how to approach investing, how to approach option trading with management, with structure, with discipline, without risking or putting all your eggs in one basket. And that's the key component to this, because I've seen a lot of individuals, right? High income, performing individuals with their own business, high paying careers. Some have a lot in savings. Some have received life insurance policies. Others have pulled out loans. I've seen it all. And they'll jump into this, their first 6 months of experience, first year of experience. Guys lose $3,000 first month, 2 months. They'll lose maybe $6,000, $10,000 in their first year. And you know what that does to them? It discourages them. They want to give up. Hey, Jerry, honestly, I tried it. I don't think this is for me anymore. And guess what? The next year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, year 10, 15, 20, they never get to see what the stock market could have done for them, because in their first 6 months, they treated it like a get-rich scheme. They went heavy. They played with money they couldn't afford to lose. They played with money that they had too much emotional attachment to. And guess what? That idea of trading, that idea of investing, that idea of using the stock market to create wealth, gone. A golden opportunity that takes Americans all across the US from zero to sometimes heroes, right? Bettering their financial situation if treated properly, responsibly. It's proven. There's so much statistics out there that show that the stock market is the leading component to creating wealth in America, other than businesses, in creating your own franchise, brand, whatever it may be. So I share this with you guys because I want you guys to see that change in your life. I've seen it in my life. At 22 years old, I made $170,000 in 1 week. What opportunity at 22 years old, with no degree, no rich parents, no fancy connections, no crazy successful business model, can you go and make $170,000 in 1 week? There's absolutely none. It does not exist. And I noticed that. And I have seen the result of what trading can do, both the good and the bad. See, I didn't see that $170,000 week until my 4th year of trading. Year 1, lost $15,000. Year 2, lost $20,000. Combined, 15 plus 20, I was down $35,000. Year 3 came out positive 15. Year 4, I cracked it. I went big. Tesla announced Cybercab unveiling, San Antonio, Texas, April 25th. Killed it. 27.5K on one trade, call option, swung it till Friday. Woke up, stock was up $30 on the unveiling day, and boom, I cashed in $116,000 in profit. The next couple days, I cashed in another $65,000 in profit, giving me $170,000 in a week. Bro, I took a break. I did not go take 170 grand to $1 million. Nope. I paid myself. I enjoyed my life. I went and traveled. I went and dabbled in relationships. I went and bought my dream car. I went and bought nice clothes. I went on nice dinners. I showed myself the world that my parents couldn't show me. I had no friends to show me. I had no role models to show me. I had to show myself. I taught myself that the world is different than poverty. Then the world is different than waking up, going to work construction, going to work at warehouses for $20 an hour, maybe sometimes in roofing, $300, $400 a day. It changed my life. And it showed me a world that so many people don't get to see. And I want you guys to see it. And that's why I make this video. Because it has to be someone in the trading community to tell you guys the truth. Tell you guys to be responsible with this investment, this opportunity. Because I can almost guarantee it will change your life. But if you go and treat it irresponsibly, you go and treat it like a get-rich scheme, like many influencers online are portraying it to be, bro, I almost guarantee you're going to lose it. You're going to lose almost everything that you have and more. So treat this thing with an immense amount of responsibility. You know, I tell individuals all the time, bro, I know nowadays, like, individuals have the attention span of a goldfish, but my personal finance video on YouTube is by far probably the best video you guys can watch and learn from in your early 20s to understand how to take steps that are extracurricular other than your job. What do I mean by that? Well, in that video, I tell you guys, track your income, whether it be from your job, your business, your side hustles, whatever little thing you're doing to bring in money, track it. What is your income? Now, track your expenses, rent, phone bills, gas, food, whatever it may be that's costing you on a month-to-month basis. You get an average of those numbers, put them all together, subtract your expenses from your income. You now have the golden number called your disposable income. This money, genuinely, if you wanted to, you could light it on fire and you'd be perfectly fine because your responsibilities are taken care of. Well, majority of people, once they get that extra money, all they want to do is go and spend it. They want to go travel. They want to go enjoy it. There's a kind of pattern here in becoming successful and rich, and it correlates a lot to delayed gratification. If you guys don't know what delayed gratification, it means that learning how to sacrifice your early years of life to live a better, more sustainable, more promising future. All right? Some people in their early 20s will go jump in, pull out these crazy muscle car loans, go buy fancy clothes and jewelry. They never think about investing. They never think about buying assets, buying gold bars, buying properties, you know, buying actual things that provide value. Maybe your first stocks, maybe investing in your Roth IRA, maybe setting up, you know, some sort of a mutual fund account for yourself or your kids. People don't really think like that, especially in your 20s with social media being such an influential component to a lot of young people's lives. Everyone just wants to be seen, right? So there is a correlation to I guess you can say, discipline and delayed gratification to success, to a stable financial future, and really taking opportunities in life to create more income. See, instead of buying that $1,000 a month truck or muscle car, put $1,000 a month back into a business. Maybe try to buy assets, stocks, gold, crypto. Maybe start trading, right? Now you're learning to delay that gratification, but you're teaching yourself something in your 20s to make more money. I highly recommend businesses. I highly recommend trading is a vehicle that's like a 70% fail rate because your experience is so low and your knowledge is so low and you're all by yourself trying to figure it out. So I don't recommend it. But starting your first business, investing in maybe a skill set, you know, that makes you more valuable. Hey, I know guys in my group chat, bro, we had a serious conversation. My buddy Angel went and got his CDL, his commercial driving license. Now he's about to be driving semi-trucks, making almost 2 times what he's making now. It wasn't trading that he took the investment on. I told him personally, Angel, before you jump into trading and trying to go full time with this, you should use that money you have saved to go invest in a more secure opportunity. See, when trading, you need cash flow. You need security. You can't go take your last savings, the car you just sold, the loan you just pulled out, and bet it all on trading. No. Trading is what you use. The money that you go spend on fast food, fancy dinners, movie nights, nice clothes, subscriptions, and you try to make it into more. It's not the money you use to pay your bills that you've saved up years of hard work for, you've made selling your property. No, It's income that you have that's supplemental, extra, that you now are you learning to create more with it. Teaching yourself early on in life the opportunities of creating businesses or just growing income. That's the most valuable skill set you can have in your 20s. Learning how to grow more money. Look around you. Everyone in the world primarily only knows how to make money by exchanging their time for it. No one knows how to make money exchanging money for it. Investing, creating percentage gains. Not a lot of people are doing that. Everyone just knows how to go work a job, exchange time for money. Some figure it out, exchanging products or services for money. But investing, putting money to work for you, hidden knowledge. Not found in poverty, not found in the middle class too commonly. That's why I advocate for this. That's why I make my content. People ask me, Jerry, aren't you afraid of getting in front of the camera and talking and seeing what people think about you and judge you? Absolutely not. I'm one in probably 10,000 people that think about money like this, think about life like this. It makes me unique. And I provided a lot of value to many people. Now 110 clients that I'm now working with. All of them, I provided value to get them in a better position. Learning, education, experiences, that costed me thousands of dollars. And I tell you guys this in advance because trading can change your life. I know you guys are seeing it. You're seeing the young trading influencers jumping on social media, posting tens of thousands, thousands a day, hundreds of thousands a day, telling you start trading, get in my trading group. We're on a winning streak, 100-0, no loses. Bro, that right there, it's true. It can happen for you, but one thing I want to tell you, it's not always like that. When you're learning by yourself, it's damn near hard. And in your first 6 months or year, if you enter this with money that you genuinely can't afford to lose, you're taking, $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 and trying to make it into more revenge trading, adding more money and just losing it, you're falling into the trap, man. And eventually, you know what that does to people? It leads to a mental blockade and discouragement to never, ever want to trade, invest in the stock market ever again. You know what the next year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, seventh year, eighth year, ninth year can do for you? Bro, the sky is the limit, but don't let the first 6 months or year of your experience trading or investing determine what your future can hold. But don't let, hey, I lost my first year, I lost $30,000. Maybe my second year I'll get them. Second year you go and lose 40 grand. No, rather learn the $100 lesson, losing $100 than losing $1,000. See, when you're beginning to learn trading, the goal is to keep capital as low as possible, but the knowledge and experience gain as high as possible. So if that means, starting a $100 to $1,000 challenge for yourself, so be it. You have $1,000, hey, try to take 100 to 1,000 10 times. Don't try to take 1,000 to 10,000 one time. Give yourself more rounds in the chamber. You need to think like that because your job here is to learn and build experience. So when you do receive more capital or maybe you do start to gain more profits, you have the discipline, you have the knowledge and experience to know how to manage increasing capital size or bigger positions. And you know how to react, you know how to time your entries, you know how to time your exits, you know how to get the right fills on your order on Robinhood, you know how to set your lines on TradingView. Where you started is not where you're at now, but guess what? Where you're at now didn't cost you $10,000. It maybe costed you $500 or $1,000, right? And that's how you want to treat trading. Understand that it's a beautiful, beautiful vehicle that can change your life completely, but it's not a race. It's a marathon. You need to conserve that capital because without it, dude, it's just a matter of time before you give up. And guess what? You're going to be one of the 90% that gave up, never got to see what year 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, year 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 years from now can have in store for you. You'll never see it if you sprint. If you go into this racing, you go into it as a marathon, very composed, very, hey, you know what, I'm learning, I'm trying something new. You know what, I'm gonna give it a shot. Boom, play with it a little bit here, play with it a little bit there. Now you're learning. You're doing what you haven't done in the last 20 years of your life. A lot of people don't understand that. They go into trading and investing because they're old. They think they're going to be performing way up here. Dude, you're a rookie. You are the new guy on the job. You have zero experience. You're the apprentice. You're not the foreman. You're the apprentice. Put yourself in those shoes. Learn, Be patient. A lot of people don't have that nowadays, man. They want to get rich. They want that breakout of success. Hell yeah, I know life is hard. Hell yeah, any opportunity that shows money while you're young, you're going to want to go balls deep and make the money. Hell yeah, I know what that's like. I'm a risk taker myself. I am not afraid of putting $25,000 behind a trade. I've done it, and it made me $116,000. I know what that's like. But I also know how to play with 500 bucks, 200 bucks, Now with this Discord community, I put myself back in the beginner shoes quite too many times. I look back, hey, we could do 100 bucks to 1,000, guys. Let's do it together. It changes, bro. I've never appreciated $30 profits in those challenges in my entire life. I've never appreciated $30 in the last 5 years of my life. Now when I trade with these $100 to $1,000 challenges and I have beginners that are working so hard for their money, taking their first steps in trading, depending on the execution of these trades, bro, I'm back at square one. I love it. I love helping people. I love teaching people that you don't need a lot to make a lot and that it's possible. But there's mistakes that will happen. Make sure that those mistakes in your journey cost you as much capital as possible. And I hope this video is able to clarify a lot of that for you guys. It's a disclaimer that no one told me, that I feel like I have to tell existing leads, existing people interested in trading, because bro, no one in the trading community is going to tell you this. No one's going to tell you track your personal finances, approach this with the minimal approach. And another thing, don't be scared, but don't be too risky. Like, find your balance, man. Like, don't be afraid to take a $60 trade, but also don't be dumb enough to go take a $500, $600 trade, right? Like, find your balance, man. Make sure you're building up experience and education. You're learning before you're earning, man. The learning creates the earning. Without the learning, there is no, bro, you'll never earn a single dollar trading in the stock market. So I hope that's able to help you guys, give you guys just that real world outlook that many people, oftentimes social media influencers, don't share with you guys. And it's the cold truth that I hope to share with as many of you guys as possible and help all of you guys on your trading journey. So I hope this video is able to help you guys. Thank you guys for watching. I tell all you guys this because I love you and I want to see all of you guys succeed and create the impact that the stock market created in my life. It changed my life and I truly do believe it could change yours. But you have to have someone to be there for you and guide you on that journey, because life alone is very hard. So I thank you guys for watching. Once again, Jerry Trades at SoCal Trading Group, over and out.